Welcome to Chair Yoga. Let's begin with a warm-up using our breath. So we sit tall in the chair, roll those shoulders down your back and give a little lift through the front body. And then staying here, place one hand right above the belly button and breathe into that hand. Let the belly expand and contract as you breathe. Not forcing it, not making it so, but allowing it to be. Maybe close your eyes for a moment and just feel the body move here as you breathe. One more breath, and on the exhale, let's open our eyes, bring our hands down by our side. Let's roll those shoulders up towards the ears and back down our back. Feel a little bit of squeeze in the back body. And then we'll release it as we come forward now. Up and over. Very nice. So today we're going to work on the warrior within. Let's bring the hands up overhead, reach out of one side, reach out of the other. So what is this warrior within? Well, we have warrior poses. And why is that? Because we want to build strength in the body. So the body is strong like a warrior. Let's take a gentle twist here. Turn to the right, bring the hands down on the right, and then up overhead and over to the left. Exhale as they come down. But there's also the warrior of the mind. So you've started the video with me. You've come to this place. So there's a little bit of warrior in you. And if you stay till the end of the video, you're being a warrior of the mind. Once again, roll those shoulders, release. And then we'll take the hands up overhead and take a lateral stretch. So leaning over to the right, push the hands out to the right. Feel that stretch on your left side. Still sitting tall. Exhale, release, come back to center, reach up, exhale over to the left. Keeping the arms alongside of your ears if you can. So there's warrior of the body and there's warrior of the mind. How about that breath? We always talk about our breath. Is there a warrior in our breath? Can we maintain a nice, easy breath through our practice? So there's the challenge today, to be a warrior of both body and of mind. So we'll float the hands forward and up, take them behind the head and push out, push strong here, and then turn the palms towards the ceiling, bring the fingertips to the shoulders, and we'll round into cat. Pull the belly in, rounding through the body here, tuck your chin. And then as you inhale, push up and forward. And once again, exhale behind the head. Inhale as you expand out. Exhale, release. Inhale the hands in. Exhale into your cat. Continue to flow with these eagle wings. Nice, big spread of your wings with strength. And then release and come into that cat position. And then push once again with strength and lift, 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 lift. One more time behind the head. Push with strength. Release. Inhale them in and round as you exhale. Inhale, push forward, rise tall. Stay here, interlace the hands, take the palms to the sky. And once again, over to the right, stretch it out. Back to center, over to the left. And back to center and releasing the hands down. Let's take the heels out, the toes out, the heels out. Now today I don't have shoes on, but you might, and that's okay too for chair yoga. Let's heels in, toes in. If you don't have shoes on, hopefully you're on a carpet or even better yet, on a yoga mat. So we'll take the toes in and out, work through the ankles here a little bit. Good. And then we'll sit tall. And once again, take an easy twist. Nice long spine here, lifting through the ribs on an exhale over to the right. Inhale up and over to the left. Feeling the strength of your core here as you hold that nice posture, that nice seated mountain pose. Think of a mountain. Think how strong a mountain is. There's a warrior even in a mountain, even as it sits without moving. It has strength. And then we'll bring the hands down at our side and place them on our hips and lift that right leg up and tap it down. Lift and tap. And then we'll go to the left. Lift and tap. Finding strength in our abs here, warming up the leg muscles. And then keep both feet on the earth. I'm going to come forward a little bit so I'm really feeling the earth under my feet. Sitting tall, step that right foot out to the side, place the forearm there, and let's take that side angle. So strong lift away from the hips with the upper body. And then we lean laterally once again over to the right. Stay strong here. Draw that top shoulder back a little bit. Feel the strength in your core. And then let's add a little warrior to this. We'll sweep that right arm out. Hold that energy ball between our hands and lift it up. Feel warmth between your hands as you rotate them in opposite directions, bringing them all the way back down to your core. And let's step that foot back in. Let's step that left foot out. Take side angle here. And as always, change the things that we're doing today that serve your body better. But I invite you to give these strength poses a try. Let's take that bottom arm out and up. Holding that ball of energy between our hands, we bring it overhead. One hand one direction, one hand at the other. We start to feel warmth between the palms as we bring it down and in front of us, right into our core. Stepping that left foot back and in. Let's separate the feet a little bit, get the flesh away from the sit bones, and let's take some circles here. Belly in, nice and strong, shoulders down, and we circle. And let's circle in the other direction. Just a weight shift. So if you don't want to circle, you can just shift your weight from hip to hip, side to side. That's good too. And then we'll come up nice and tall and heel toe those feet parallel once again. Mountain in the chair, hands at your side. Once again, lifting through front body and being strong like a warrior, even in our mountain pose. And then release. I'm going to turn my chair a little bit so that you could see what I'm doing. I'm going to step my right foot to the right side of the chair. I'm going to send my left leg back. There's a slight bend in my knee, and that's okay too. But I want to be on the ball of my foot. So you can see that my foot's not all the way down, but the leg is coming straight out of the hip so that I can turn to the right side of my chair. And I'm pressing down through the feet and lifting with the upper body. And then if you want, arms can come up, and we are now in a lunge position in the chair. We can also call this our warrior in the chair, which is what I'm going to do today. So let's call it warrior. And then we float the arms out in front of us. And like a warrior, we're going to squeeze that left hand and draw it across our ribs here, turning to look back over our left shoulder. And release it. Let's do that a few more times. Stay tall in the chair. Twist through the ribs. And release it. Building core strength. And building strength of mind because we're sticking with it. We're doing our yoga practice with intention, And then lift the arms once again. Now for here, you can bend that other leg just a little bit, but keep the ball of the foot on the floor. And now I want you to squeeze your glutes. So that's why I turned a little sideways here. So you can see as I squeeze my glutes, my body starts to rise up. I'm not leaving the chair, but I feel the strength as I push down through the feet and lift the upper body. And then exhale and release it down. So it's just a lightness in the chair at first. One more time like that. And again, you can stay with this light lift by squeezing your glutes. Or you can join me as I push myself through the feet, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly, and push through those feet and rise up into a standing warrior position. Shoulders down, ribs lifting, and then we slowly, with control, release back down, and let's release those hands. How about we do that 2 more times, either staying in the chair and just lifting with the upper body without leaving the chair, or push through the feet and leave the chair for a second. Give it a try. Here we go. Squeeze the glutes, pull the belly in, push through the feet. Maybe you can rise up. And then with control, we lower back down. Now on this next one, let's hold it up there for a few breaths. Here we go. Whether you're here holding or here holding, let's breathe. Expanding through the ribs, using that diaphragm, focusing on the breath. One more. Exhale and release down. Bring the hands down. Bend this back leg in, and let's take that right arm out and in. Just a little loosening up here through side body. Good. And let's take a lateral stretch. Bring that arm up alongside your ear and lean towards your chair. The right hand can be on the thigh. It can hold on to the chair. Just feel that nice stretch in your side body here. And then come up through center and release it down. Now I'm going to take my left leg back a little bit. Still have a slight bend in the knee. And I'm going to still have that lift through the front body. And I'm going to take my hands up overhead. Now there's 2 ways to do this, of course. So one way is to just place your hands on the back of the chair. So frame the chair between your hands and twist towards the back of your chair. The other way is to use the upper body a little bit more by, as we float the hands down, we reach in opposite directions. Push through the feet. I'm not leaving the chair, but I just feel lighter in the chair. And then release it, come back to center, and release it down. Release that left leg in and turn towards the front. Nice wide angle, stretching the inner thighs here, sit tall. And then we'll circle once again, or weight shift side to side. And let's reverse that. How are you doing with your warrior? Are you building that strength in your body? Are you building a warrior in your mind, staying with it? We're halfway. Are you able to stay with it a little bit longer? Let's turn in the other direction. Left leg on the side of the chair, right leg goes back, and we stay on the ball of the foot. And we sit tall. And see, once again, we're just going to use the glutes and the belly, and we're going to squeeze, and we become a little lighter in the chair. We're not really lifting, we're just lightening our seat so we don't feel like we're sinking down. And release it. Do it again. Squeeze. There's a little push in my front foot and in my back foot. But you can always stay low, or you can come along with me into that push out of the chair, lifting with the whole core here. So it's not really the arms bringing me up. It's more about the abs coming in, the glutes squeezing, pushing through earth with the feet, and then with control, we lower back down. Now, if you want, I'm going to do 2 more, or you could take a rest here and just do the squeezing. Here we go. Inhale, lift out of the chair, hold it here for a breath. And exhale and release it down. One more. Keep breathing, holding. Let's be warriors here. Let's be strong. Exhale and release. Back and down. Good. Now we'll bend that knee in a little bit and we'll take a lateral stretch. So we bring our right arm alongside our ear and just lean towards our chair. Just kind of stretching through the side body here. And then come back up and we'll take that twist. So once again, hands can frame the chair and we just turn in the ribs and look at the back of the chair. Or if you want, we can take the hands out into a T. Either way, getting a nice twist through the ribs. Take another breath. Exhale, release the twist, come back around. And now we'll bend this knee in, we'll take this hand, we'll just reach it out and slide it along our ribs and look over our shoulder. Slide it out and bring it back. One more. And then from here, we release it down. Let's take that lateral stretch once again. Stretch it out. And then exhale and bring it back and down. And once again, we'll turn to the front, knees apart, and we could just weight shift here, side to side, releasing, or you could take those circles again, finding what works for your body here and the other direction. So how are we doing? Let's bring heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, and come to mountain. Now for the next part of our practice, I'm going to stand, but you're welcome to repeat the warrior series right in your chair, just like we did. Or you can stand with me. And as we stand, the reason we stand is because standing requires us to be even stronger, yes? So we want to challenge our bodies here. I'm going to take my chair off to the side and maybe a little forward, so that I can still reach my chair, but I have room on my mat or room around me to do the warrior series. So we can have the back of the chair facing us, and we could step our right foot back, put a little bend in that knee at first, and then the left foot comes forward and we bend that knee so that the knee is over the ankle. So this looks like what we did when we were in the side of the chair. Again, hands can be here, or again, they could be here. Now, right away, we have to kick in with our abs. We have to lift through the core of the body. Lift the pelvic muscles, pull the belly in, lift the heart, lift the chest, drop those shoulders down your back, and your gaze comes up a little bit. We don't have to look at the ceiling or anything, but we want to be strong here in this warrior. And then we'll bring the hands parallel to the floor, and this right hand's going to come back, make a fist, really strong fist here, slide it across your ribs, look over your shoulder. Now this requires a little bit of balance, so of course the left hand can be on the chair for that, right? And then we release it and just shake it out. Let's do it again. Make sure that front knee is steady. Don't move the bottom part of your body, just the upper part of your body. Twist and release. One more. Nice and strong here. Hand can be on the chair, remember. And release. And now we're going to step back foot forward. Mountain pose. Strong mountain here. And take another breath. We'll go to the other side. Stepping the other foot back now. So slight bend in that back knee is okay. Front knee over ankle, a must. And we get strong right here in the core. Belly in, heart lifting. Maybe the arms come up. Maybe you keep your right hand on the chair this time. And that's okay too. We're still building strength in the body here. So what does it look like if I keep my right hand? It's out in front of me on the chair. I'm going to float this left hand down. Make a tight fist. Be strong here. And pull it back. just like you're pulling back a bow, and then release it. And again. And release it. One more. Strong inside body, strong in your legs. Oh, I feel that. Lift up and bring the hands to the chair, stepping the back foot forward, mountain pose. How did you do? Did you find the warrior in you today? Let's loosen it up, separate those feet and just twist side to side, lift the heel you turn away from and get loose. You can go slow, you can go fast, keep the knees soft with a little bend, lift the heel. Good, and come center. Keep the feet apart a little bit and let's do a breathing. So we're going to do wood chopper. So my feet are apart. I'm going to take my hands in front of me. As I inhale, I lift them up, and I'm going to exhale out the mouth. I'm going to give it a big sigh. Want to try that with me? Let's do it. Nice, strong exhale through the mouth. Here we go. Can we do one more? And stop. Pause, mountain pose. Let's do tall mountain here. Reach out to one side, reach out to the other. Lengthen the body now. And then float the hands down. Once again, facing your chair, we're going to walk the feet back, coming into down dog. So your down dog, your feet can line up with the legs of the chair. Soften your knees at first and lower your upper body towards earth. Now, how low you go is up to you. You can be anywhere along this continuum, except on the floor, of course. And then once you're here, straighten one leg, pushing the hip back, bend it, straighten the other leg and bend it. Now see if you can straighten both legs, push those hips back and up. Feel how that lengthens your lower body, stretching through the back of the legs. This is our down dog. And then we'll bend one knee and bend the other. And then we'll bend and straighten again. This is called walk your dog. And even here, you can start to lift the heel one at a time. And let's place both feet down, strong in your core. Find that warrior in you. And if you're at this point in our video, I know that you have warrior of the mind. So now we just strengthen the warrior in the muscles and the bones. And then bend both knees, look toward your chair, walk it in, and come to your mountain pose once again. And take 3 breaths here, tucking the chin slightly. And here's our mountain pose, our strong warrior mountain, finding strength even in our stillness. And then we'll come back to the chair. So I'm going to bring my chair back into the center of my mat. And once again, have a seat here. Inhale up, exhale down. And now we're going to stretch the inner thigh here so you can cross at the ankles. I've got my right foot in front and left behind. And then just guide the knees out to the side, still sitting tall. Or if you've got the flexibility here today, you can bring your right foot to your left thigh and let the knee fall out to the side in what we call a figure 4. Sitting tall with the upper body, the knee falls out to the side. Just naturally, we're not pushing it. That would not be wise. We want to be wise warriors too, right? Warriors of the mind as well. So sometimes that means just backing off a little bit. And after a while, you start to get used to this and you might want it more. So you open your palms and rest your forearms on your shin and lean into it a little bit. Just a little. You'll feel it. Stay here and breathe into it. And then release and come back up, release that foot down. And maybe do that weight shift, release the back a little bit. And we'll go to the other side. So again, now left in front of right, and we push the knees out here, position 1, or position 2. And we'll stay in position 2 if you're here, just for a few breaths so that that knee and thigh can open up. Foot is slightly flexed. You can spread the toes and breathe tall. And then maybe after 3 or 4 breaths breathing tall, we open the palms and we lean into the pose, deepening that stretch. So here's position 3. So 1, 2, or 3, pick a pose and stay and breathe. One more breath. On your next inhale, we'll sit tall. Exhale, let's take that foot back down to earth. Separate the knees and do that little bit of release through the back by just shifting side to side here. Keep the knees wide, and if you don't have them wide, widen them now. Toes turn out. We're going to take our left hand across our body and rest it on the right thigh. You can rest it on the top, or I'm going to push the back of my hand into the back or the outside of my thigh. Not on the knee, but on the thigh. And I'm going to work against it. I'm opening up through the shoulder here, so I'm going to work by lifting so that there's room for that openness in the shoulder. And if this feels good to you, stay. If not, release. And then we'll lean into it a little, maybe take that right arm parallel to earth, and then twist a little more by drawing that right shoulder back. And it doesn't have to go far before you start to feel it. Find where it works for you. And then exhale and release all of that. Good. Let's take that left arm and dangle it in front of us and give it a little shake. Let that shoulder recover from that deep stretch. And now we'll do it on the other side. So the feet are pointing out. We're sitting tall. And now we take the right hand to the left thigh. Cross your body. Maybe the back of the hand into the back of the thigh. And then once we do that, we start to turn towards that knee. So my upper body's turning towards my left knee. And then I'll take my other hand. I'm leaning forward a little bit and taking the other hand back and up, finding that stretch, not only in the shoulder that's forward, but the shoulder that's going back. And that deepens the stretch across the chest, across your upper body here. Stay and breathe into it. Keeping the head neutral and not letting it drop too much. And then exhale and release all of that. Release. And now we'll release that right arm in front of us and give it a shake. Give it a shake. Releasing the shoulder. Okay, come on up and heel toe those feet back in. Sitting a little bit more back in your chair. Take a nice big inhale. Interlace your fingers and send them to the sky. Lengthen the upper body, pressing the feet into the earth. And then we'll release that, swing them back, take hold of your chair, and then lift the heart. So now take the shoulders down your back and squeeze them towards your spine. And maybe you take your gaze upward. Just opening up in the throat now. And before we were opening up in the chest, across the top of the chest, but now we're opening up through the whole front of the body here. All the way up into your throat. One more breath. Exhale and release that. And now let's roll those shoulders forward. Release all that tension. Nourish the body here with a little bit of movement. And then place your hands on your hips and let's lift that right foot and circle the ankle, point and flex a little, maybe circle in the other direction. Just feel that sensation of release and then place that foot down and lift the other, still sitting tall, but not working so hard. letting the warrior go now. We've strengthened our warrior in both our body, our breath, and our mind here today. Take a nice big inhale and bring the hands down through center. As the hands come down, the heart lifts, and we pause right here. Press palm into palm. Close your eyes for a moment. Visualize energy in your body. Visualize how strong you are, how warrior-like you are in your life too, making good decisions. And one of those decisions was to join me for yoga today. Keeping the eyes closed, releasing the hands, dropping the shoulders down, give that heart a little lift, and just a little bow forward, lowering your chin to your chest. Stretching through the back of the neck a little. Bowing to your body. And tell your body, great job, warrior body. You did well today. And then release back to a seated position. I hope you enjoyed our warrior practice today. Stay strong. Come on back for chair yoga on another day. Namaste.